What is up, everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG, and today we got ourselves a little Aetherdrift Collector box battle. How this thing is going to work is we're going to open this thing up. We have 4 participants. Each one of them is going to get 3 packs. We're going to open those packs in rounds of 3, adding up the mana values for all the rares and all the mythics. And at the end of this thing, person with the highest total mana value and the person with the lowest total mana value amongst rares and mythics are each going to get 1 Outlaws of Thunder Junction collector pack to go with their other spoils. In the event of a tie, we will take the highest mana value mythic as a first tiebreaker and the highest mana value rare as a second tiebreaker. And if we need a third tiebreaker, perhaps we'll have a jousting contest. Maybe perhaps some sort of pie-eating contest. Or we will simply go down the line with the highest mana value rare until there is a tie. No more. I also mentioned that there is I should mention that there is a box topper in this. The box topper will also go to the high. So a little extra incentive for the high mana value. Little bonus. Sometimes there's really good stuff, and sometimes it's just a jank rare with gold foiling that is a big nothing burger. But there is the potential for that to actually be a really nice hit as well. So a little added incentive for the high. All right, here we go. 3 for Future. 3 for Steve. 3 for David F. And 3 for Robert B. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun. Hopefully pull some cool stuff along the way. Future, start us off. Okay, we want to see, what do we want to see? We want to see Aether Sparks, we want to see Ketramos. We want to see, I guess Verge Lands would be pretty good. Radiant Lotus, some Gear Hulks. Start off with a Bulwark Ox in the Rat Rod treatment. That's what I'll call it. I don't know what it's actually called, but I like that as a name for it. That is a 2. Followed by a Redshift Rocketeer Chief. That is also a 2. Gas Guzzler, also in that Rat Rod treatment, as a 1. This is a very low mana value pack. And Pima Trailblazer, that's the commander slot. Then conclude with a Willow Rush Verge Land. That Future was a very low pack for mana value. We have ourselves a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 indeed. Strong start for the low. Steve. What do we got going on for Steve here? We've had some pretty good luck with Aetherdrift overall. Start off with a Sun Billow Verge borderless foil land. That's actually not too shabby at all. Followed by a Muraganda Raceway. So we have double zeros. Okay, all right. I do like the Raceway as well. Get right out of town. That is a borderless Willow Rush Verge. By the way, that is 3 of the Verge lands in our first 2 packs here. We're not even done with this pack. All right, commander slot. It could technically be 0. There are commander lands in here. Ooh, Renewed Solidarity. All right, our first mana value for Steve. That is a 3. Pretty good card as well. And then conclude with a Boom Mobile. I didn't think anybody was going to get lower than Future's 8. Stock Up. Foil Stock Up. Hey, that's a good card. Uncommon. I think the regular old Stock Up, I think is like $4. So, the foil, maybe 5. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 3 lands. 7 mana value. Holy moly. Okay. All right. David. The bar for the high at this moment in time is incredibly low. Can you get to 7 mana value? Or 8, I guess. Or 9 for the solid solid first place right now. Here we go. Gas Guzzler. Well, that's another low card. Okay, that's a 1. Into Riverturn Monument. That is also a 2. Also another low mana value. Followed by, there we go. Aganosaur Rex. Yeah. That's a 5 and a pretty beastly card. Mythic is Timet. Yeah, okay. Oh, the Esper Commander. Sure. First Mythic of the box is the commander slot. Timet. And Howl Squad Heavy. I like this card quite a bit. As our pack foil rare. Double Thundering Broodwagon. Weird. All right. So what do we got going on here? Well, first, let me, I guess, sleeve the Mythic as is tradition. All right, so we have ourselves a 5. Let's make it easy. 5, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's probably closer to the mana values I had in mind when we started this thing. 10, 13, 14, 15, and 16. David, you are in the high for the moment. Robert, you are up next. One of the other things we look forward to is obviously there's a possibility of a fracture foil, but there should be at the very least a foil showcase Japanese card in here. It could be in English, could be like the Japanese anime, I guess it would be called. There's a mythic Mimeoplasm. That is a 3. Extended Art Foil Mimeoplasm. That is a 3 for mana value. Followed by a Far Fortune End Boss. Pretty good card. A 4 for mana value. Last Ride. Borderless Last Ride. Pretty cool card. I'd like to see this. I don't know if, I just don't know if it's playable, but I'd like to see it more play. In fact, I should give it more of a try myself. On Wings of Gold. Not going to sing it this time. Unstoppable Plan. Pretty good card as a rare. And that will do it for that pack. Couple mythics to sleeve up here. Okay. Let's add up some mana values for Robert. That's 1 plus 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 15. 5. Oh, wait. 5, 9, 12, 15 is 16, right? 4, 7, 11, 4, 15. Oh, I can't do math apparently. Yep, that's fine. 12. Why do I keep getting different amounts? 4, 7 plus 4, 11. Okay. That is super weird. Oh, that's right, because I keep counting this as 5 on the back. That's what it is. 8, 11. Yeah, we're good. 15. Jiminy Christmas. Inability to do math. All right, that's fun. All right, Future. Back to you. So I should say, after the first round here, Future and Steve with an 8 and 7 respectively, and then David and Robert with a 16 and 15 respectively. A lot of ball game left here, but battles shaping up early. Here we go. Future, back to you. Possession Engine, Extended Art Foil. That is a 5. Followed by Ovia, Automech Artisan. I do like this card. That is a 4. Followed by a Waxen Shape Thief. That's also a 4. Accursed Dunyard. That's the commander card I had in mind when we were on the when we were on Steve's pack, and he had already started off with 3 zeros. And then Captain Howler Sea Scourge. So what do we got going on here? We have ourselves a 4, still a 4, 8, 12, 17, 9, 13, 17. Future, that is going to bring you to a 25. And I'll throw the engine on top for the moment. All right, Steve. You had a 7 after the first pack. Future actually had a pretty high second pack with 17 mana value. You start off with a Count on Luck Extended Art Foil. That is a 3. Followed by a Colodin Triumph Caster. That is a 2. I do like Colodin. I think it's a cool card. Lifecraft Engine. Very nice. That is a 3, and that borderless. Ret Tomb Mystic. Each creature card in your hand is cycling to... Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know that I've seen that card before. That's 2. And a Gas Guzzler. Is that a 3rd Gas Guzzler of the box? That was a pretty low pack. 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 11, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Yeah. Steve, that brings you to an 18 after your second pack, which is still pretty low. In fact, I feel confident saying you will be in the low after this round. Because David and Robert already have a 16 and 15 respectively. David F., back to you. All right, come on. Yay, there it is. That's nice. In the English version, Mu Yanling Windrider. Pretty good card overall as well. Definitely some bonus points for some beautiful art. That is really, really nice. Nice hit right there. That is a 4 for mana value as well. Followed by, a Borderless Oil Deep Gearhulk. I like this Gearhulk. I think this one's pretty good. 4 for mana value, double mythic to start. Pretty good. All right, Mindspring Merfolk, Etheric Amplifier, and a Caradora Heart of Alakria as the pack foil back there. Okay, couple mythics to sleeve up. Let me grab those first. Oh, we set ourselves a 4, 8, 12, 15, 16. That seems right. 4, 8, 12, 16. David, that puts you at a 32 and also puts you back in the high, at least for the moment. Robert, you had a 15. There's another myth. Oh, it's a special guest mythic. It is Whir of Invention. That's wild. The art on that is really crazy. Whir, pretty good card as well. As a 3 for mana value. Special guest mythic, Whir of Invention. Followed by, Monument of Endurance. Nice. Heck of a card. Really, really strong card. That is a 3. Crypt Caller Cherry in the Borderless, a 4. Prophet of the Scarab, that is a 5. And a Mythic Salvation Engine. I kind of like this card too. Obviously, I feel like you have to be building around it because you have to be, but just the fact that it's an anthem for your artifacts, giving all your artifact creatures +2/+2, in and of itself is pretty good. Okay. That is a mythic along with the Whir. Well, you and David look like you're going to be neck and neck. So we have ourselves a 3 + 5. That's 8. 3 + 5, that's 8. 13. 17, 20, 7, 12, 17, 20. Yeah. That is a 35, and it will be enough to put you into the high for the moment. So after 2 rounds now, Future with a 25, Steve in the low with an 18, David F with a 32, and Robert D in the high currently with a 35. Last round. Good luck, everybody. All right, Future, here you go. Starting off with, nice. That is a borderless foil. I really do like these. This treatment with the Gear Hulks. I think it's very, very cool. A borderless foil, Cole Stoke, Gear Hulk. That is really nice. That is a 5 for mana value. Afterburner Expert, pretty good card also. That is a 3. Zur, Glory's Past. That is a 2. Aetherflux Conduit, that is a 6. Woo! And conclude with a Repurposing Bay, which is a 3. And that will do it there. Let me sleeve up that Gear Hulk. All right. So we have ourselves a 5, 6, 7, 8, 14, 15, 16, 19. It's 5, 11, 11, 14 plus 5. Is that 19? Yeah, 5, 8, 14, 15, 16, 19. It is. Future, that brings you to a 44, which is 9 ahead of Robert. I would normally say that's not going to get it done, but we've seen packs in this box already that have been less than 10 mana value. 2 of them, in fact. You have one of them. All right, Steve. Kind of in cruise control, if you will, for the low at this point. Just don't do anything crazy. And you're looking good for at least the low. Here we go. Start off with a Debris Beetle. A borderless foil Debris Beetle. That is a 4. I don't understand why this is a magic card. It's so weird. Not like as a vehicle, I guess, specifically. Regal Imperiosaur. Pretty good card. That is a 3 for mana value. Lumbering World Wagon in the borderless treatment. There's also a 3. Adaptive Omnitool out of the commander slot. That is a 2. And then we conclude with a Basri Tomorrow's Champion. And I do believe that just locked up the low for you because I don't think this pack was enough to even put you over any of the others before they even start their pack. 1, 3, 6, 9, 13. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 13 it is. Steve, you had a 31 total mana value. That is the low. In fact, it's probably the lowest 3 packs I've seen for mana value out of Aetherdrift. All right, David F. Currently technically chasing future with needing a 13 to pass, and you were 3 below Robert coming into this round. Far Fortune and boss, it is a 4. River Pyre Verge, not the best time. Great land cycle, not the best time to pull one. That is a 0 for mana value. District Mascot, cute card, 1 mana value. Priest of the Crossing, that is a 4. And Afterburner Expert, again, solid card. Likely not going to be enough to put you in the high this time around. Is a 3, 7, 8, still 8, 12, 4, 5, 9, 12. Well, it actually does tie you with future for the high currently. So, Robert, it boils down to this. Your last pack, and you are chasing 9 mana value. You need 10 for the outright win. Otherwise, we have a 3-way tie and things get very messy very quickly. We start off with a Winter Cursed Rider. That is a 2. Followed by a Gonti Night Minister. That is a 4. Oh, Voyage Glide Car. Yeah, that is a 1. Commander slot. It's a Mythic, and it's Saheeli, and that should do it for you. That should be enough. Saheeli gets you the W. Nice little Commander Mythic. And then we conclude with a Perilous Snare as a 3. Elvish Refueler. Nice uncommon there. All right, let's add up some mana value. I guess I'll sleeve Saheeli. And we have ourselves a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14. Let me run that back here. That's 6, 7, 10, 14. That gives you a 49 and does, in fact, give you the W. Well, you made it interesting. Made it very interesting. So, final standings here. Future with a 44. Steve, Runaway with the low with a 31. David F with a 44. And Robert D in the high with a 49. Steve, you have the low, you have the honors. OTJ, what do you got for us? Start off with a Fortune Loyal Steed Extended Art Foil. Into a Void Slime. Followed by a Grey Waters Fixer. Lila, Undefeated Slick Shot. And a rare back there is Vadmir, New Blood. Before we hit our commons and uncommons there. All right. Robert, let's do your box topper. Your spoils. Forget the lands up front anyway. I'm always worried about like spoiling the card, but there's a land on top. Genius. All right, here we go. First place trophy gold foil edition is it's a mythic and it's a Hazoret. All right, you know what? Not bad. We will take first place foil mythics. Solid. Very solid. Okay, and now for your OTJ pack. Considering there are like 133 possibilities for that first place foil, any mythic there is not terrible. Here we go. OTJ. There's another mythic. That is Generous Plunder as, very nice, as a showcase foil, as a big score showcase foil. That's actually not bad hit at all. Big score cards do bring value. Abrupt Decay. Savvy Trader. Roxanne as a extended art. And a 3 steps ahead. One of the better rares, probably the best rare in the set. That was not a bad little OTJ pack between that Generous Plunder and the 3 steps ahead. There it is. That's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the like button for me. By all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much, everybody. And be well.